Hey! Welcome back to another episode of Arcade Spirits. In this episode, I might be getting somewhere with Naomi. Let's freaking go! Okay, enjoy the video. Hey! Welcome back to another episode of Arcade Spirits! Let's freaking go! I kinda unironically love this game. Alright. I don't totally remember what was happening last time. It's been a few days since I last played, but I'm assuming it's like day 2 of work or whatever. Oh, that's right. I think I went on a lunch date with Ashley, right? And then she opened up about a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's go. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of I'm a little out of sorts today, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of when I'm interrupted en route. Cricket, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left.
Oh, what's up?
Hams is up.
Okay.
He is? Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Cricket, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on. What's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder and auctioneer, and gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs to be great... Oh my god, okay. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Hey, what gives? I want in on this too. Let me tag along. Whoa. What if I want to come along and see the auction myself? Come on, I'm never gonna learn the business if I don't take a bigger role. You're a floor attendant. Your place is on the floor.
Aww.
Well, that's patently unfair. I'm a floor attendant too, and you're dragging me along. I feel like such a third wheel at these auctions anyway. Let Cricket be the third wheel, and let me handle the floor.
I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met. Trust me. I want to do more than I've been doing. Different things. New things. Show some initiative, like... I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Cricket instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams.
Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another.
I need to go get the van. Wait out front, please.
We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away!
Leaving me waiting outside with my 2 traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting! I rarely go on adventures these days.
It's just a quick trip, ma'am.
Any trip is an adventure if you make it one. Shall we? The 4 of us pile in, and it's off to the highway. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. We are in the mystery machine. This is literally the mystery machine. Scooby-Doo, let's go. Trust me, this will save time in the long run.
Where's Hamza set up this time?
On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo! So exciting! I love arcade raids.
Arcade auctions.
Raids.
Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers.
A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games, one at a time, to a crowd of active bidders.
So, which is this, a raid or an auction?
It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once, I saw him trade off a vintage Burger Time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe, passed down through generations of family.
In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and we cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we got an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Ditko's Palace and help the little guys, like us.
It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh. Helping out the little guys sounds good here. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people. Am I right?
Correctamundo. Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. But he's got a big heart, and that means something in this business. Not enough big hearts left some days.
Yeah, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in.
What about the offsite storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often.
Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill, should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above everything else, a way to maintain relationships with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww.
Now, Naomi, Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
True.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
I see. Unless you don't make rent on your apartment, or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that, without regret. So, everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion. The weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Okay. Oh, come on. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case.
That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh?
From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering.
It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns, exposed to the elements and falling apart.
I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games.
For their resale value, you mean?
A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie fallow. Fallow. I don't know that word. A waste of true potential. Huh. Good point. Glad to see these two are getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversations get a bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder, exactly where is this auction and or raid happening? Anyway, we've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some closed down roller rink, or an old bowling alley, or a haunted mansion, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Ah, the classic Wormwood luck in play. So majestically awful. Gavin pulls alongside any number of vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate. But one rushes forward to greet us in a blur, as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Hi, Hamza.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
What about me? Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
CricketWormwood.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Nice to
And
meet you.
welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Okay. Seeker of Antiquity, 1980X is antique. I was unaware of the Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud. What? I don't understand that. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by eve's end. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, CricketWormwood. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome, welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago, when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. Damn. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot.
Damn.
Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you.
Okay.
On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Okay. Now I want to drink grapes. Indeed. A lavishly arranged table that probably costs more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid, or an arcade auction, or whatever.
Donna Michaels! I knew it. I should have recognized Donna Wood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard.
Who?
You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1908X.
Naomi, I was born in 1990X.
I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Wanna Play Games all the way home. Girls just wanna play games. Oh, girls just wanna play games.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in our arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later.
She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events usually draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors, leaving me to, do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. I want to go talk to Naomi. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up, so I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection? Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi, practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine.
Oh! Cricket, look! A 2-player variant of TMNT! These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find.
Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anybody want a version with only 2 joysticks?
Well, because, I mean, it's rare, it's a find.
And it's less fun.
Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these 2 players or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and this one, and oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed, just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know! Isn't it great?
Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I know you love restoring these games, but you really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah!
Absolutely! These games deserve to shine, as they once did, ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, let people play them as they were, in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling.
And you enjoy the challenge of restoration, too. Repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, problem solving of broken monitors.
You know me so well, Cricket. Exactly.
And all of that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, Naomi. But there is a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game?
I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really a wreck and needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks if parts are on back order.
Okay, now think of the games we currently have and how many you still need to work on or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects?
Well, I could make the time, work late, right?
Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. Naomi sighs, frustration builds. It's not fair.
I know.
Oh,
I mean,
she's
I'm
talking.
not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. so many projects I can actually take on.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try.
Oh, yes you can.
This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games.
I'm gonna convince Gavin to let you get all the games.
Every kid says they want to
I would
be
die for
a
you.
fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that. Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, follow your dreams,
It's
girl.
all I ever wanted to do. So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah!
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny, I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
This is so relatable, Naomi. Because, like, I want to be a YouTuber. That's what I'm doing right now, but, like, I'm not paid for it yet, obviously. But, like, follow your dreams, girl. Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right. It's a slim hope, and we both know it. But Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now I need to make that choice work.
We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time. Something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. A lot of these games are on life support. Borrowed time.
But they can be repaired, right?
Yeah, well, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. Oh. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody! It's all high definition and that weird 3D projection tech, which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore.
Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades.
They're wrong, is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD.
Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzing myself on a lot of this stuff. No, it makes sense. But I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I've got opinions. Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make their vision blurry. How about we buy some cheap common games, but then gut them for spare CRTs? That could work. So it's a problem of having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory and cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. Buy some cheap, common games and use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
And ruin a classic?
Cheap and common, Naomi. Not some rare find, but one that's still readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself, so it can be restored later if needed. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep the more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on that idea too. We'd need more rental storage, but it'd mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to know... Nope, it's just... start over. It's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone? I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds. It's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does, or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'ma stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I... Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the... sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the dark carnival known as Dekko's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough, in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon.
Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with the... What? Bacchanalian Orgy Master? What? Excellent! Now, let us resume the social amusement and jocularities. CricketWormwood, we will speak, yes? Hamza leads me off, away from the chattering crowd. Presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekko Nami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
Understandable. I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza.
Okay.
Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
I don't know. Okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex if this guy is really a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. I'm secretly the royal heir of a distant land, or honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. I'll be honest. I won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is that my family had a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job. After I left home, I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit, I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Ah, yes, I see the dilemma you face. I have seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known hardship. We all have. In the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, CricketWormwood.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals.
Why do you talk in third person?
Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work.
I have that, that's why I'm doing YouTube right now.
The will
Anyways.
to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. I'm trying to not make trade-offs though. Not to settle. My parents, they gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is a puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. I don't know if I said that right. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donnawood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all that she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around the glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as the ghosts in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Was this game made in like 2018? Too spoopy indeed, and obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality, but I feel that there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing video games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of her dream. A dream is a lovely thing, CricketWormwood, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other, at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, CricketWormwood? Do you seek to be truly happy? Oh, well, duh. What else am I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Don't touch me. Hold that thought. The action is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza. If your bid is not a serious offer, the hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection. But my hope is to find a very happy home for every machine. Which one will love and respect these gamers? I said that wrong. Whatever. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. This way, this way. Bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting. Or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep.
Oh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm gonna go browse the games again, see if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here, I could swear I didn't see them all.
And how about you, Cricket? Want to watch the auction with me or go help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks. I think I'm going to go talk to Naomi because I'm in love with her. It's hard to see your way now that the sun's gone down. Naomi might get lost. Technically, the sun's been blocked by clouds all afternoon. Still a factual statement. As you like. Try to dissuade her from dropping more items into the wish list if you can. No. Right. Now, to find Naomi. Without the roaming crowd of arcade collectors actively roaming, this place actually feels super empty. And super dark. And super creepy. By the time I actually locate her, I can't even see the auction. I'm deep in the virtual woods. And there she is, staring into a darkened corner. You good? She is possessed by the ghost of Donna Michaels, isn't she? I'm about to get spooked. I'm about to get spooked so hard.
Oh, Cricket.
Look!
Instead of tearing my skin off and shrieking like a banshee, Naomi just points to the exposed back of an arcade game, old wood having rotted away years ago. And inside, nestled beneath the circuits and monitor tubes, is a sleepy mother cow with several sleepy kids. I feel a burning need to post a picture of this to the internet.
Yeah, I already took care of that.
Okay. Are we keeping them? Please tell me we're keeping them. Well, okay, as long as someone did.
The cabinets back here have a lot of water damage and wood rot. I guess this kitty and her family took shelter some time ago. But someone's gonna buy this game soon, and then they won't have a home anymore.
Yeah, we're taking them. I'm taking them. They're mine. I didn't think you'd be a cat person. Or a people person, for that matter. I mean, you strike me more as a game person. As in, you'd give your games cute names and preen them and have way too many of them in one apartment that is healthy.
Hey, I'm not that game obsessed. Well, okay, maybe I am. But as much as I'd also love to save the game these cats call home, the cats are more important than any silly arcade game.
Truth. It's true. That's what I said. Despite claiming to be antsy around strangers, she's been nothing but friendly to me, even giving me her lunch on the first day I got here. As much as folks in the arcade consider her to be a bit game-obsessed, there is clearly more to Naomi than being a one-note otaku.
We've got to do something for the kitties. So what should we do?
Buy the game, maybe? Then you could save both of them.
Tempting, but I'm already pushing my luck with my wish list. I can't add a game we don't need just to save these cats.
You could just take the cats. I don't think you have to buy the cats, to be honest. I think you could maybe just take them. You should adopt them. They need a home. Do you have room in your home for some new friends? I think they could use a friend, and you're a good one to have, free or otherwise.
Kittens. Well, okay, I can't adopt all of them, but maybe Mommy Cat wouldn't mind parting ways with one kitten. Shelter can take the others. But where would we take them? What shelter? And how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do?
Naomi, we have the internet.
Oh, right.
Thanks to the wonders of the information superhighway, Naomi's got the instructions we need in seconds. Didn't even need Iris backing her up, thanks to speedy tapping.
Right. Okay, we're gonna need 1, a cardboard box large enough to fit them all in. Not a problem, there's plenty of boxes around here left behind by movers and liquidators. 2, to avoid being scratched, use heavy gloves.
No problem. I brought a pair from the Funplex. Was expecting to use them to haul giant wooden game cabinets around.
3, some food for the trip. They had turkey up in the buffet table, right? Just basic breast meat should work. Water, too. Lastly, we need bedding of some sort to line the box. A blanket or something. I wouldn't trust, like, the curtains or anything in this crappy old house. Could have bugs. Or worse.
I might know where we can get a blanket upstairs.
Right. Pass me your gloves. I'll get the box. You go grab the food and the blanket.
Woohoo!
It's Operation Kitty Rescue. Go!
Yay! Right, it's up to me now. For the sake of a bunch of absolutely adorable little fuzz muffins, I must accomplish my sacred goals. Gavin and the auction can wait. It's go time. Scooping up the roast bird and water, that's the easy part. Plenty of pickings left over, even after ravenous arcade owners descended upon this buffet. As for the blankets, well, we conveniently have access to one of those laying in Francine's lap, her knitting now complete as she snoozes away. I'm reasonably certain she wouldn't mind me operating this for the sake of some cuddly little kittens, right? Take it. This will take cunning, agility, and an iron resolve. Carefully, very carefully, I work the blanket free from Francine's hands. She is out like a light, but better safe than sorry. And take it slow. Soon, I have the knitted blanket free from her grasp, and didn't even have to interrupt her beauty rest to do it. Score 1 for Cricket. I should probably feel bad about this, but kitties. Kitties are at stake here. Food? Check. Water? Check. Blanket? Check. Now, to assemble all these components together into a giant kitty-saving robot. I return to Naomi, busy fretting over the kittens, while tugging on the work gloves.
Not long now, cuties. Not long before we find you a new home.
Cricket's Kitten Rescue Service at your service.
Oh, say, that's a pretty nice blanket you found. Wait, isn't that Miss Francine's blanket?
I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Wait, you just took it?
Naomi, seriously, do you really think Francine would object to rescuing cats with it?
I don't know.
Well, no, but... Oh, I don't know. I guess we'll work with what we have for Kitty's sake. I'll apologize to her later, on your behalf.
Actually, moving the cats is trickier than I thought it would be. The gloves protect Naomi from scratches, but coaxing them out means tempting them with food and water. And being very patient. And soon enough...
Ta-da!
Hi! Oh my god, that is so adorable, I want to die.
That's right! Did you hear that, kids? You're so adorable, Cricket wants to die. Weird. I bet you'd be surprised to hear this, but I collect stuffed animals. Plushies, very cute little things, stuff like that.
Dude, I think I'm Naomi in real life.
Not all my toys have plastic buttons and vinyl T-molding along the edges and run-on quarters.
I'm not surprised. You like cute stuff.
Yeah, before I found arcade games, I had quite a collection of dolls and plushies and stuff. My relatives would keep showering me with random toys when I was a kid. Like, visit an auntie? Got a doll. Visit my grandfather? Get a stuffed kitty. Eventually my closet was practically bursting with all the stuff. Mom made me give away a bunch of it to charity, then clear out some storage space. I didn't mind, since I could make other kids happy, but I decided to keep getting dolls anyway. Not even to play with, just to have. Even as I grew up, if I spotted something that matched my aesthetic, it became mine. These days I wake up, see that collection with all those googly eyes and button eyes and stuff, and, well, it brightens my day, you know?
So beautiful.
But real kitties, and so many of them. These are going to brighten a lot of people's days. I definitely need to share more online photos of these little cuties, but for now, I'd better babysit them. Don't want any kitties wandering off. Still, her arms must be getting tired, as she set the box down for the time being. My throat is like so messed up. Sorry, Cricket. That means I can't really help move our purchased games. You okay with doing it with Gavin instead of me?
No problem.
Thank you.
You stuck by my side all day, even when you didn't have to. Heck, you're even here instead of Ashley. You didn't have to do that either. Why did you want to hang around me all day anyway?
I guess I'm in love with you. Honestly, I wanted to spend more time with you.
Oh.
I really admire how much you love these games, and I just think you're pretty and so enthusiastic and so positive, and it really brightens my day to have you around.
I guess it brightens my day to have you around too.
The auction is going to be winding up soonish, so I should take the kitties upstairs to wait with Francine and look after them. Would you mind finding Gavin, telling him where I am?
Sure thing.
See ya!
Okay, see you later.
She scampers off to take the cats upstairs, where it's warmer and brighter. Right, back to Gavin. Although finding my way through this maze in the dark is easier said than done. Well, no point waiting around. One foot in front of the other. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. Okay, I'm sorry, give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I just had to get some water because my voice is dying. I think you can hear it. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Whoa. Polybius. Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted a quarter. The game is just ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game? I want to play the game. Oh. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Polybius, 1980X. Game start. This isn't real. This can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game. Just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1. The Harpy. Round start.
There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing? Out here touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble? You need to stay safe, Cricket. Trust me. Believe in me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me, and you'll always depend on me, always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life. For your own good.
Harpy used overprotective. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt.
I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me.
It's not real. It's not real. Harpy used yandere. It's super terrifying. Ow! Juniper, stop it, please.
You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand.
The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action? Refuse to believe. This is ridiculous. This isn't real. And this isn't you, Juniper. I know how much of a bastard I am for saying this, but you're not competent enough to be calculating mastermind. Trying to keep me dangling from your leash. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy to pull off something like that. I know you. I've always known you. And I know you're sincerely trying to help me, even when you mess up. Player used harsh truth. It's super honest.
No!
I killed her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Cricket. You're right. I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake, but it wasn't to keep you under my thumb or anything like that.
Juniper, I'm smiling. It's okay. I'm gonna make this work. It's hard work, but I'm gonna make my dream come true.
Good. I'm so glad to hear it.
Good old Juniper. A kind heart, as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Nope, I officially can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it. Piling up, mounting up. Because you are a failure. And will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are. Forever. It's never gonna change. The arcade job, it'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Deco Nami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined. Just like you deserve to be. Shade used depression! It's super unfortunate. You were better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away, knowing you never really had any other option. You can't even mount a defense, because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. We'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health, 100%. Action? Summon a tank. I can't do this. Not by myself. And I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian! This is a private pity party. Or can anybody... or can anybody jump in? You're having a pretty time of it, Cricket. Life kinda sucks, don't it? But you're not alone. You've got all of us standing behind you, ready to cheer you on to victory. And you may be a noob, but you sure as ain't no fodder. Guardian, use pride. It's super supportive. But you deserve... That doesn't have to be me. I can decide who I want to be. And with everyone standing behind me, I know that if I should fall, someone will catch me. Prepare for final boss. Good. I'm ready. And I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, the Lost Soul. Round start. I don't know what kind of voice she's supposed to have. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play... Is that missing though? Girls just want to play games. I just want to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever. Walked inside, then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me. I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star. So I gave up. It was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pagels. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition. No hope. No need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health, 100%. Action? No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. If I can make the arcade thrive, I'll thrive. I will turn the Funplex into a palace of fun. My friends have supported me, I'll support them. I had no real ambition before, but I'm ready to step up. Or there has to be more than this. My friends have supported me, I'll support them. So many wonderful people call the Funplex home. They've welcomed me in, made me one of them. Now, it's my turn. I see what Gavin means about protecting dreams, but I'm gonna go one step further than he has. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond just doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, define both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again! But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kinda does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's gonna be.
No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go? I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart.
I my health bar nervously. It's still full, but that could change. I don't think Polybius is happy I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here. Prioritize my survival. Or do I want to try and save Donna too? Yeah, no, we're gonna fight for her. This is risky as hell, but nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky story taking root in my mind and none of this is actually real in the slightest, Donna, I'm not staying, and you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way, is taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know, because I've been mired in depression too. And I know if I can beat it, so can you.
Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? Nobody cared. Nobody cares.
Screw them, haters gonna hate. Okay, so they didn't buy the album. They have crappy taste in music. Right now, in 20XX, you're hot again. You're nostalgic. Your fans miss you. Are you gonna let your haters keep you down, or are you gonna win over your fans again?
The fans. I always loved performing for them. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I loved the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even Donna's spirit. All that's left is this simulation of me, running through the subroutines of Polybius.
Error.
Cricket, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real.
You seem real enough to me. Error. No. Escape. Purpose. Code. Execute. You need to go before Polybius completes his data collection of you and disposes of the original, like it did to me. I'll hold it back, and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but, my apologies in advance.
Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape. Erase. Donna, replace with new player. Erase.
She's fading, but smiling all the same. It's okay, I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Cricket. Don't give up, no matter what.
Oh, bye. I saved her as best as I could, and at least she escaped, in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon, and I'm in a lot of pain. As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire. On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim and the melted remains of my phone. Iris! Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save my life! Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone, and possibly have first-degree burns. And I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rush towards the sound of people to catch up with Gavin. Gavin. There you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called POLYBIUS so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story and we may not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold! The one rare POLYBIUS prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The woman who hadn't said anything all night long nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with the woman, presumably to go box up the game and put it in Warehouse 13 or something. But Hamza, wait, you can't... Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better. Especially if I don't want to be renditioned to a black site prison for an undisclosed location. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. My phone caught on fire while it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident, indeed, but as a hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
Yes, let's go! Oh, that is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than whipping off his trousers right then and there, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap, who provides a spare pair. Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Fair enough. Now, in apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought, perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. Recompense? Is that a word? My friends, the final 3 games for auction. All rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. CricketWormwood, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. I glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly. Confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. And with a click of a slide, I see...
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard.
Interesting.
Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast.
Okay, I like that one.
And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies.
I gotta go with this one.
Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages.
Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi?
Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are gonna take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Wait, is that Phrase Invaders? OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that, really make it shine. Please, can we bid on it?
Doubtful.
Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes a light gun game. What? Simple controls, simple premise, that'll earn and earn well.
Ugh.
Way too violent and gross. And
What?
and immature. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Women protagonists and 50 cents a play. It's not as cool, but it'll work for both of us.
I suppose.
But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are the sorts of games millionaires and private collectors scoop up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out of the van. Cricket, do you concur?
Earth to Cricket? You in there? Hello?
I remember, before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in, every summer we'd go to the beach, and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with, a game no one had ever even heard of before. Yeah, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Oh, I see fire in your eyes, CricketWormwood. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear.
The game I remember so fondly was... I'm gonna go with it. Wyvern Keep. The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me, amazing. Like nothing I'd ever seen before. I traded tips with other kids at the arcade, trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game, and eventually, I beat the Wyvern. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. Those were good years, good memories, before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Wyvern Keep.
Good choice. I'm okay with that.
I suppose Wyvern Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder? Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Okay, it's quite intense. Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. I have one shot at this. I can't half-ass it. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response.
Hey, listen.
Psst, Cricket, I'm over here now.
Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And that doesn't sound like my Iris. Now, seriously? Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris.
It's important. My emotional tension detection routines indicate that this is an intense identity situation. My programmers wanted to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, including basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you as what to Ready? Let's do it.
Well, that certainly was a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew, that I'd only be able to convince Hamza if I was true to myself. Let's do this. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years, I've been struggling with a feeling that nothing will ever go right for me, that I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, this game was my beacon. I loved this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it and making it into so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize my dream, Hamza? So I see.
Such fire!
Very well, CricketWormwood. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit, and he rewards you with this boon. You may have your game.
Yes!
Aw, Cricket, that was so sweet of you.
I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. Yeah, okay, Gavin. Shut up, Gavin. You're so obnoxious, Gavin. I did it. I actually own a copy of Wyvern Keep. Every kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game? Only the ultra-rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me. And the Funplex. And this is just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present. With the auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchases to the van and attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labor a wee bit easier. Soon enough, we're back in the van and on the road to home. Hey, Gavin, here's your phone back. Appreciated. Also, I've made a decision. I'd like to do more for the arcade. You want to work more shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No, actually, I'd like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people in the doors. Tournaments, maybe. Or a grand unveiling of our new rare game. Or both at the same time. Yeah, both. Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part to help it grow.
Oh my!
Our little Cricket is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favor, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up, start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take responsibility for it all. It's my dream, after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. And Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games, maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit, I like the idea as well. Very well. Cricket, if you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less dire, you'll have earned this promotion. This is my chance. I'm done going with the flow. I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Cricket. New Funplex. New dream.
Oh, hey, I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up.
As the van speeds on into the night and a lost soul sings of games and fun, everything is as it should be.
Girls just wanna play games.
That is gonna be the end of this episode of Arcade Spirits. So, guys, you know the drill. Leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. That's the most important thing. Because you can always unsubscribe later if you want, although I'd really appreciate it if you stuck around. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you next time. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.